Hello, Viking Nation. I'm here with Ms. Rife, the SAP counselor here at South Iowa High School. SAP stands for Student Assistance Program. Her background is dealing with mental health issues, and she's an additional resource here for the students at South Iowa High School. She's here to talk about the Suicide Prevention Month and what we can do to stay healthy.
Chanel, so there are a couple of ways that you can recognize when your friends or a loved one starts to get into an emotional crisis situation. Some of the signs that you might see, one of the most common signs is just a clear change in how someone is acting or the way that you've known them to be. So examples of that would include maybe they're not taking care of their personal hygiene. Maybe they're not sleeping the same way. They're sleeping too much, or they're not sleeping a lot. Maybe they're gaining weight, or they're losing a lot of weight. A decline in their performance at school, any kind of sudden mood changes, irritability, anger, sadness, and also withdrawal. If they were once really involved in their peer group and now they've kind of gone away from the peer group, those would be clear warning signs.
So I know, like, once you recognize the signs, people are wondering what to do if you find out that they might be experiencing some of those signs.
Okay, I think the biggest one, first of all, is just to recognize it. And then you want to listen to your friends, lend an ear, sit down and just start a direct conversation with your friends. Ask them, are you doing okay? Let's talk. Anything, a casual line like that to start a conversation. And stay calm. Don't be judgmental, and just hear them out and let them know that you're there.
So during COVID, a lot of people might be experiencing different mental health issues. So are there like coping methods with stress, with the schoolwork and not being in school, not being able to maybe do many things because we have to be in quarantine?
Yes, and there will be some research, or not research, but resources posted at the end of this interview of places that you can go to find more ideas. But basically, staying in that same routine, try to stay in a routine. Try to stay in a good sleep schedule. Try to eat healthy. Try to get outside. Give yourself some exercise. Try to have fun. I know you can't get in big groups with your friends anymore, but try to maintain as normal as a life as you can during this time.
Mm-hmm. So many people probably don't know how to ask for help or who they can ask. So do you have any recommendations of who they can talk to about anything concerning these problems?
First of all, I encourage you, I know it's hard sometimes at your age to talk with your parents about things, but reach out to your parents. And if you feel like you can't talk to them, then let them help you get support. But certainly you have resources at school. You have your school counselor. We have 4 school counselors here. We have the SAP program. You have teachers that are resources. Some of you have some really good relationships with your teachers. And we also have mental health resources for you. So you can get counseling. We can hook you up with some therapy. And a lot of times that's free of charge.
Okay. So last question, is there anything else to like to say? Anything about like maybe the suicide hotline or anything?
Yes. So we talked about your friends and them getting kind of in a crisis situation. There are some warning signs that go beyond being in crisis. If you start to notice that they're having suicidal thoughts, and sometimes they'll just directly say, I want to die, making comments like that, or they start giving away things that, giving it prized possessions away to people, or just kind of making a plan for not being here anymore. And if you start to see those signs, you want to get help right away. You don't want to take that on yourself. You want to make sure that you get an adult involved. It's best if you can get your friend, you can like bring them to the counselor to help them talk about it or to help them talk to their parent about it. But there are suicide hotlines, and that will be posted on the resource page as well.
So I'd like to thank you for interviewing. Thank you for sharing. And I just want everyone to know to please stay safe during these times and have a great day.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.